Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a general message for the sign of Gemini in January 2021. What is going on, Gemini? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. Gemini, welcome to January 2021. Happy New Year to you. Hopefully, wherever you are in the world right now, Gemini, you are safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. It is a new year, but we still have old troubles. So again, if you were celebrating the new year or if you're getting together with people, you know, whatever you're doing or have done, I hope that you did so safely, taking all precautions necessary to, again, keep yourselves and others safe and healthy. But at the same time, my gosh, 2020, it's in the rear view. How was it? Hopefully, your new year coming into 2021, anything that you're doing for yourself is for the betterment of yourself and others around you. I'm wishing you well. Again, safe, happy, healthy, secure, all those things, all right? New year, so slightly different things are going to happen here on the channel. What you're looking before you is slightly different than how I've done the general overviews for the monthlies for the past 2 years. I'm doing it slightly differently now. It's going to look the same, but how we get there is going to be a little bit different. So I hope you guys appreciate the little bit of a twist that I'm doing here, because your girl is always trying to grow and do things a little bit differently, because, you know, it's what I'm manifesting for myself is positive and progressive and helpful changes for myself, both inside and outside of the work that I do here with you guys on YouTube with tarot. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the regular spiel. Gemini, anything you want from me, it's in the description box below. If you want the timestamp, it is down there. Use it at your will. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can find out how to do so by checking the description box below. Again, the prices that you see there, my friends, I'm probably going to be changing them come March. So if you're interested in working with me at the prices that are set there as they are today, I would suggest making a move on that sooner rather than later. And if you want to get at me and follow me on Instagram, there is a link for that down in the description box as well. Okay. So Gemini, we did, like, you know, a little bit of a pre-spread, and then we're going to clarify as we go further along. So we're going to deal with these three, and then we're going to get a bigger context. We'll talk about the bottom of the deck. We'll talk about an outcome and all that good stuff. Okay. So the only card that came face down initially was the Three of Pentacles. So in total, you have Three of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So I feel that this is a souring of a business relationship or some other type of significant partnership, or just the merger or the melding of your energies and another person's or other people. Could be more than once with the Three of Pentacles. You know, cliched phrase of third party situation might apply to you. When I say it, I will be very specific when I say it. And if I'm terming it or if I feel it's connected to a romantic relationship. In some of your cases that might work, but overall I feel this is possibly third party, legit in business, or maybe even family a little bit. I'm not sensing a huge push towards romance. It might come out later in the reading, but for now, this Three of Pentacles, if it's a third party situation, quote unquote, right? It's really platonic. It's really not about any type of emotional entanglements, romantically emotional entanglements, but I feel it's like business. And I feel really a lot of double cross, if I'm honest. In that way, it's super on the nose of how we can sometimes have this adverse or very not pleasant reaction to hearing third party situation. Because in the middle, the Seven of Swords, betrayal, outright lies and deception. This person in this card, this figure, holding the one sword behind the back, and the other swords are scattered around, right? But that one sword, that one bit of truth, that one bit of knowledge, that one bit of clarity is withheld. So this could be lies by omission, you know, which are still lies, and sometimes can be, in my estimation, not as bad. However, this is very, and I let me take myself out of it, because that's neither here nor there. This is crucial detail that somebody held close to their chest, that they didn't reveal to pertinent parties, to people that needed to know, They didn't tell them. And there's certain liabilities that that creates. Because if this is a business relationship, for an example, let's say this has to do with something to do with like construction, building, or renovations and things like that. So someone could have known that something structurally wasn't correct or sound, right? Somebody could have known that there was a problem with the plumbing, problem with the electrical lines, something like that. And they did not disclose that information. And somewhere along the way, I feel there has been or there would be some type of consequence to that. This Seven of Swords is bringing consequences. And the reason it is, or I suppose the frustration, is that it didn't have to be this way. With the Seven of Swords, I normally get this energy of it doesn't have to go that route, but because of people's individual motivations, because of how some people act in their own best interest, we end up going down certain pathways that could have been avoided, or getting into certain conflicts or controversies or consequences, all that stuff, because someone did something that they felt served them, right? So in the case of like doing work together in a team setting, Three of Pentacles again, if someone doesn't reveal to the other teammates, hey, I found this out, I have a feeling this is going to affect the team, blah, 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 blah. Or I know for a fact if this happens that, whatever is withheld is not only, it's detrimental to everybody involved. And I feel still the motivation has been self-preservation. So if one member of the trio of the team, and it doesn't have to be specifically 3 people, we could be talking still about 2 people, we could be talking about 3 or more people, I don't care, but somebody who withholds it, it's because they believe that it's going to directly affect them. So for an example, again, if you're a member of a team and you're specialized in something, or you're responsible to pay for something, if I admit this, if I share this information, that means there's more money coming out of my pockets, and I simply can't afford to do that, so I'm not going to reveal this thing, is what it feels like. It's super self-preservation, self-protective energy, but at the same time, no offense, Gemini, in a fucking bonehead move, this is not going to end well. Because the Seven of Swords, more often than not, gets found out at some point. It's rarely a secret, or rarely a situation where the information that is withheld stays withheld forever. I really feel like whoever's in this energy, they're going to be found out. Whatever they said or whatever they didn't say, whatever they did or whatever they didn't do, it will come to light eventually. And this Four of Cups, to me, is indicating here, sort of, yeah. It's 2 things. It's still this person looking out for themselves and really only considering what they see in front of them, those 3 cups that are in front of them. So it's still, again, the self-interest of what is in front of me, how can I keep hold of what's in front of me, or how can I make the best of what's in front of me, what's available to me now. And not really contemplating something a little bit more abstract or further down the line, further down the road for themselves. Or an unseen offer, an unseen possibility, right? So this could be someone lacking imagination. This could be, again, someone cutting corners, cutting costs in a business relationship, right? This could be, it's really like shooting yourself in the foot type of energy. I'm also, in some senses, getting a buyer's remorse. Because the Four of Cups in traditional tarot interpretations is an offer from God, from the universe, from divine, from source, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, okay? That comes after we've asked for it. Or it's the perfect opportunity, something that is going to help us in the long run. But we are not able to appreciate that. We're not able to see it that way. We ignore the opportunity or the offer. We ignore... Oh, wow, I just took a piece of that crystal off with my nail. Anyway, we just turn a blind eye to what comes towards us. Buyer's remorse. Okay, so this could be wanting a partnership, a business partnership, or to be, you know, like I'm feeling also with this like Three of Pentacles, like under contract, like wanting the stability because it's a triangle, and what the triangle is, what the most stable shape or something like that. It's the most reliable shape or something like that, right? So wanting this connection, wanting to be in partnership under contract, but then once inside of that contract, once inside of the structure, possibly finding it to be stifling or too controlling or too restrictive. Or it ups the responsibility because all partners have to do their equal share. And we have someone in the middle, whether it be you or someone else, Gemini, I'm not sure. I mean, it's a mixed bag. Some of you, you'll be this person. Others of you, it's not you. But somebody's in the middle here who's just like, now I don't want to do all that. Now that I've signed the contract, now that I've agreed to be partners with these other people, or I've told people, yeah, I'm willing to put in my fair share. Turns out, no, I'm actually not interested in doing that work. Not interested. Four of Cups. I don't like that. That's crap. Because nobody here is a child. This energy is very adult in the sense of I'm not talking to people who are in high school. I'm not talking to people who, just went to their, winter formal. No. Everybody here is a full-ass adult. But somebody here is acting like, I don't want to say they're acting like a child, they're acting irresponsibly, even though they said, I want to be responsible. Buyer's remorse. And look at look at that. The symbolism in the triangles. Triangle to the left, the woman in the hair, it mimics a triangle. So somebody doesn't want to be in something that's structured and stable, even though they said they do. They are a liar. And a liar in the sense of they're misrepresenting themselves, misrepresenting their purpose or their motivations. And look, bottom of the deck, another triangle, Ten of Pentacles. That's super structure. That's super foundation, right? I'm just showing you that because I happened to look down and I saw a triangle. So somebody says they want that. Could be because of the Ten of Pentacles. Could be a long-term or long-standing family relationship, but that's not true. We're not going to take these, but High Priestess flips over there. That could be significant to some of you. That's a secondary major for Cancer. I'm not going to go into it, but that might play for some of you. But let's get further information here for Gemini. Why is this here? Why is this the story? Let's get further information for Gemini. What else can you tell me for them? What else is going on in this situation? Further information for further details, please, for Gemini. Three cards, please. Further information for Gemini. That's okay. I mean, they want me to say, and that's okay. And it is true. As much as I'm just like, why would you say all that, but then renege? Why would you say all that, but then it's not truly how you feel? Three of Swords. They want me to say that's okay. I mean, it sucks for those where this is a contractual relationship, or, you signed and said you would be responsible for something. You agreed to be liable for something, right? That's not as okay, but the development, the changing of your emotions or changing of how you feel, that's okay. We'll get into it. Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So, you had the Seven of Wands come out. Three of Swords. And the Ace of Wands. So that's two threes. Whoa, I'm all out of frame. And the Ace of Wands. Two threes. Lots of triangles. Triangle is what? A three-sided shape. Three corners. Three corners. So yeah, there's a lot about threes here. So third party situation, no matter the type, can be romantic, could be business or family, could be anything. You know what type you're in, okay? I feel what's going on here. Yeah, somebody's trying to get away with this. Really. Hardcore trying to get away with this. And And it's unfortunate because this three of pentacles, the triangle shape here, the three of swords here, and the triangle shape of the 10 of pentacles, I really feel this is very insular. Meaning, again, it's, did I use this word or did I use it in a previous reading? I might have said it in a previous reading. This is an intimate situation, not necessarily intimately sexual, but intimate as in, you know, whoever, all the people that are involved here know each other very well. Friends, family, otherwise, okay? There's history here. There's shared experience or knowledge of each other, right? And that kind of twists the knife a little more because of that intimacy, because of that closeness, okay? So someone here, their actions, their behavior, ultimately their betrayal equals a heartache, a heartbreak, equals, in some senses, an attack on the feelings or the emotional ties here. Like, I'm really feeling like never in a million years, that type of energy, never in a million years did I expect this person to do this, to say this, to back out, to renege, to screw us. That's another thing, to screw the situation. Because a lot, with the Four of Cups, I'm feeling in several of your cases, not in all, this is a squandered opportunity. This is possibly 3 or more people getting together, having a brilliant business idea, and things seem to be going along perfectly, and then out of nowhere, or seemingly the entire time, somebody hasn't been 100%. Somebody here has been deceptive from jump, or very close to the start, and that deception has built. It's built up momentum, or it's got something swelling. I feel like a swelling. It's like coming to the surface, okay? And as that happens, or as it all sort of falls away, it's like blindsided energy. I never in a million years expected this person to do this, that person to say this. I never expected them to be lying the entire time. Or again, if not lying, actively, like saying something false, it could just be holding back on what was true. That possibly for some of you is the real burn, is the real rub. Why didn't you just say so? Why didn't you just admit this? Why didn't you just blah, 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 right? And so what do we have? 7 of Swords person, likely also the 7 of Wands person, super defensive. 6 other wands, so that could be how many people there are in the situation total, 7 or 6 of you, right? And one person stands alone and kind of is like, well, I did what I had to do. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to allow you to make me feel guilty, is what this feels like. I'm not going to allow you to accuse me of something that isn't true. And, you know, some people, and I will admit on this channel, I have admitted, because I guess it depends. For me, I guess it depends specifically. But I'm going to be honest, and I'm not a Gemini, so I have no dog in your fight. But and I'm not dealing with one. But I have admitted on this channel that personally, I think sometimes a lie by omission isn't as egregious or harmful or hurtful. But then again, depending on what has been omitted, that could really, you know, be incorrect. Or I could be, you know, eating crow on that, okay? So that's what this feels like. And possibly that's what someone is saying. Well, it wasn't a lie. It's just I didn't tell you. So they don't see the big deal, right? And again, I've defended that before, and I've said, well, I just, there, you know, in different readings, different feelings that I come into, because, you know, I'm an empathic person. So in previous times, it felt more of a, maybe we could forgive this, or maybe we could get over this. This doesn't feel forgivable because it's stupid. I gotta be honest, is how it feels. It feels like an omission that didn't need to be omitted. And I think it's more of a, from this person's perspective, if they had said it, it would have made a bigger problem for them specifically, or it would have like derailed or delayed something. Maybe that's it. It would have delayed something. So again, going back to this idea of construction, right? If you're building or repairing homes or properties or whatever, right? And there's something wrong with the foundation, the plumbing, the electrical systems, whatever. If they had admitted that, that would have added, what, a week, 2 weeks worth of time to the project, right? So they're like, for the sake of time and staying on schedule, let me just go ahead and sweep this under the rug, right? Not thinking like a logical person probably would think, if I say the problem now and we fix it now, we won't have to come back down here to this site to fix any problems because it'll be fixed. It's like that. Why did you ignore something? Now it's made it worse. Why didn't you admit something? Now it's made it worse. And someone's just like, well, we got finished on time, didn't we? We finished the project, didn't we? We came in under budget, didn't we? Maybe that's it. Trying to come in under budget. We were allotted this much to get the project done. If I had said something, we would have gone over budget, and that would have been a bigger problem in this person's mind, but that's not true. But anyway, so they are trying to really skate and gloss over their responsibility, or in this case, irresponsibility. And they might come with some brand new idea. Like, hey, even though this was crap, here's something that we should think of. Here's, a brand new idea, a brand new start to things. Or they're trying to ooh, in some cases, they're trying to get off on their own. Meaning, if this was a business relationship, under contract perhaps, with the Three of Pentacles there, they might be trying to wait out the end of the contract, take whatever money and investment that they have and make their own new company or their own new investment in business or whatever, and strike out on their own after basically crippling or hindering the people and the company or the place that they worked for previously. It's very underhanded. Gotta say that. They think that's a bright idea. I don't know. I really can't tell whether or not that would be feasible, whether or not that would be possible. It's if it does work, dirty deeds are going to be rewarded. It's a possibility because all the aces are possibilities, and they're usually possibilities with a positive or optimistic outlook, right? So this person themselves is super optimistic, or through their manipulation, despite their betrayal, and despite or possibly because they make a good stand of things, or they defend themselves very well, they might essentially get away with this. Overall energy being the Ten of Pentacles. Again, for some of you, this is like a family situation. Ten of Pentacles can talk to generational histories, inheritances and things like that, in terms of pentacles, specifically to money. This again, I feel is very insular. It not only is there a triangle shape, we also see this circle surrounding this triangle. So it's very like private. It's between, people. It's not publicly known. It's not public knowledge. Let's say it that way, right? It's not public knowledge. And I think, in some cases, Gemini, a lot is on the line here. Someone could stand to lose inheritance or, shares in a company, something like that. A lot of, in this Ten of Pentacles, as it's the overall energy, each and every step here that someone has made has been in the interest of the Ten of Pentacles, meaning securing the Ten of Pentacles, maintaining the Ten of Pentacles, creating the Ten of Pentacles, or taking and having their share of the Ten of Pentacles. Whether or not it's a fair share, that's up for debate, but it's something like that. So let's get an outcome here, and then we're going to wrap this up, okay? Outcome for Gemini, please, in this situation. What is the outcome here? Regarding the situation for Geminis in January, what is the outcome? One card, please. Outcome for Gemini, please. In this reading, what is the outcome? Thank you. Is that the star? It is. The star. So, somehow, I swear to God, Gemini, somebody here might make out like a bandit, so to speak. Tarot is really just a tool to measure the vibe. Excuse me. To measure what is possible, right? it's not necessarily always going to show us things that we want to hear or things that we think are right. This star energy, in short, feels successful. And if it isn't successful as in you and anybody else gets what you wish for, wishing on a star, you get what is due. You get what's destined. Okay? It's all up for you to reinterpret. It's all up for you guys to apply your own perspective here. But this star energy, major arcana for Aquarius, I don't know if I said that. You might be dealing with, you don't have to be, blah, blah, blah. It's very, very specific, but they're giving me this idea of like a shooting star or like shooting into stardom. So let's say this was, I don't know, I'm arbitrarily going to say this. This could be like branching. I sort of said that with the Ten of Pentacles. This is like branching off. After putting in work with a group, you branch off and you become your own, or you become a star in your own right. You step into the spotlight, right? And, well, I did just use the phrase shooting star, right? What is a shooting star? It's something that flashes across the sky and we see it for a couple of moments and then it's gone. So, for an example, and I'm not trying to say this as in to dissuade people or warn people that it's not going to work out. No, that's not my purpose, but there's symbolism in this, right? So if this is a person working in a company or working in a partnership with more than one person, right? With the threes and the repeating imagery of a triangle, right? Let's say they branch off and do their own thing, become an overnight success through social media as an influencer or something like that. There is a potential that success is short-lived. You might want to secure the bag. You might want to have access to endless riches with the Ten of Pentacles. But the star energy cannot be sustained easily. You have to do a lot of work here. And what have we talked about this entire time? We've talked about a person who cuts corners, who lies, who manipulates, who becomes defensive and does all these things. And that could be their destined path to have short-term success, which they might take as a win, right? And this whole time, this aspect of stability with the triangle and wanting it, but not wanting to do the work to maintain it, not wanting to put in the work to make it fair or even. Something here about that. And the star energy, I rarely talk about star to mean like famous, but that's what I feel. Someone here might be seeking fame, seeking instant gratification or instant recognition. So they leave, they step out on their own, and they have that success to begin with. Can they maintain it? That's another story. Gemini, that is your reading for January. If you like this reading, if it resonated with you, please hit the like button. Feel free to drop a comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Any and all of that stuff helps me as a reader here on YouTube, and I would greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to get at me for a personal reading, again, that information is in the description box below. I'll be back soon, guys, in about a couple weeks to do your mid-January readings. Until then, Gemini, I appreciate you so much for watching. Take care.